this is Jim Beaver, voice of the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series, introducing Pro 2 and Pro 4 trucks on iRacing. Game on!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Auto Club Speedway in Southern California. We are here tonight with the Salt Flat IROC Series right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. Like any other Wednesday night, Roger Muth here in the booth, giving you all the pictures, giving you the commentary, hitting the buttons, messing it all up right here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. This is week number 4 here, round 4 for your Salt Flat IROC Series. We would talk about your point standings if we had an overlay system here that would cooperate with us here tonight, but we don't have a slide to show you for that, but we can run you through it after 3 events. And coming into your 4th one here tonight, Timmy Smith has your championship lead here for the IROC Series. He has a 30-point lead over last year's defending champion, the number 88 of Jamie Leach. He sits second right now in your IROC point standings with Cody Levitt sitting third, Jeff Pogo sitting fourth in the standings with Hunter Conley sitting in your 5th spot. Skylar Brown is now 6th in points after losing 4 positions after getting slapped with a huge 15-point penalty after the Myrtle Beach race last week. Matt Grobelny moving up into 7th. Greg O'Berry not in attendance as he is out, I heard, in the wilderness of Africa. I got passed along that little note there, so Greg O'Berry stays safe over there. You sit 8th in the point standings. 9th is going to be Orlando Rivera, and rounding out our top 10 points in points going to be the number 10 of Donald Bennett. Those are your top 10 in your Salt Flat IROC Series presented by Next Level Racing. Well, tonight here from Auto Club, though, it's going to be a high, wide, mile-and-a-half track. Going to see 2 wide, 3 wide. So watching these guys out there in practice so far tonight, we've even seen them go as much as 5 wide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I said 5 wide, and boy, 5 wide just brings you all sorts of excitement. That's what the IROC Series is pretty much known for over here. Let's take a quick look here at where our drivers are running out there on your time charts. Cody Levitt, after having a top 3 finish, comes into this week. He puts it up P1 here for practice. Donald Bennett, though, sitting right there. A really good lap there for Donald Bennett. Almost mirrors Cody Levitt's time, but he goes P2. Tim Smith, you always see him at the top of the boards, along with Matt Grobelny. Check out the guy who's sitting there in 5th, the 99 of Darrell Clauter. He's the highest running rookie here in the practice session. Talking about rookies, taking a peek down through your point standings. Your highest running rookie right now of the season going to be the 79 of Patrick Smith. Keep an eye on Patrick Smith. See if he can be your highest running rookie once again, though, and continue to, hold down that points lead for himself. So with just about 2 minutes here left before we get to our qualifying session, we're going to step away. We're going to play our national anthem. We'll be right back here to Southern California to bring you all the action here for the Salt Flat IROC Series right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in out, gave proof
back, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Qualifying will just begin here in just a couple moments. But as we get here back with a little bit more time than what we're used to here, let's take a rundown through our Salt Flat IROC sponsors here for tonight. Next Level Racing coming on board, giving a great championship gift to the winner of the Single Car Points Championship this year. We'll look for that to come out at the end of the year. Team McMullen, your premier VA lender loan here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Not just VA lender loans, any kind of loan. Hit up Team McMullen or even just message the good old man here of Timmy Valenzuela. You catch him out there tonight on track. DLB Yankees 41 over there on Twitch. Oh, he's streaming his in-car camera. Also putting up the money for the team championship at the end of the year. So we got to thank DLB Yankees 41 over there on Twitch for all he does for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Sim Necessities coming on board here with the IROC Series this season. Sim Necessities owned by Matt Grobelny. He makes all sorts of button boxes, and I believe he also can make you some shock adjusters, brake knobs, whatever you need. Hit up Sim Necessities. Elfod Motorsports, your group out of Vermont. They got the cars. You need them. Head on over to Elfod Motorsports. Pick up yourself a brand new used car or take it in for some service. Elfod Motorsports can point you in the right direction. And the last and final sponsor here for your Salt Flat IROC Series, 2T Lawn Care. You see the stripes out there on the Auto Club Speedway there in the infield? They can get your grass looking just like that. Hit up 2T Lawn Care and tell them the Salt Flat IROC Series sent you. But with that said and done, let's take a look out there. Who's out there on track here? Here's the man that we were talking about early on here, about your Rookie of the Year standings. There's Patrick Smith here in the 79. You see him, you notice he's in a gray car. He's going to be in a gray car most of the year, as he is one of those rookies that we're going to have to keep an eye on all year. Patrick Smith just joining the IROC Series. That's why he has the R next to his name, and he will carry it all year long. No qualifying attempts have been put in yet. Patrick Smith just hit the clock, so this will be his first actual timed lap. Here's the 82 of Nicholas Bieber for that BeastRacing.com team. Nicholas, the only driver from his stable, looks like making the call here tonight to race here at Auto Club. And I'm sure he's already hot and sweaty out there. Nicholas tells me he races with no AC on in his house. I don't know if I'd be able to do that myself, as I got the AC blasting here. I got chills as Nicholas Bieber puts in a great qualifying attempt. He actually goes 5th quickest on the board as guys are funneling in here with the times. Hunter Conley, the bridesmaid himself, out of Pennsylvania, right now has the number 7 up on the top of the charts here with his good old pal, Colton Farrow, from out there on the West Coast. He is now, as actually they both get bumped by another PA Posse driver, the 31 here of orange hair, Donald Bennett, also DLB Yankees 41 over there on Twitch. Get all his in-car camera feed if you head on over to Twitch and type in DLB Yankees. Just tell them, hey, Roger over here from the Salt Flat IROC Series, or in the Turn 3 Racing booth, sent you his way. And how about that? No practice times out there tonight for this gentleman, the 21 Jeff Bergner out of Utah, puts it up on top of the boards. It's just the revolving door around here as Jeff Berger, we were just talking about him having the pole. And, well, Nicholas Bieber put in his second timed lap, and he goes to the top of the boards with a 51.121. So a great qualifying run there by Nicholas Bieber. But we still have a couple guys out there who have yet to put in times. Like, maybe we should talk about, well, Tim Smith, he's not out there yet. We went to click on this gentleman right here, Jason Dobbs. Out there for Vols Nation, driving for the Keystone Motorsports Group. Right now, he finds himself sitting 12th after his first qualifying lap. Cody Levitt comes out here, and he puts down a blistering time for the Deeper Darker Do team. He goes P1. Look at him all the way down on the apron through the corners. So Cody Levitt right now has the hot shoe. He has P1 under locks with a 50.928 right now for the Deeper Darker Do team. Doug Ungari, look at that shocking face. He's shocked that he put himself second. Underdog Racing Doug Ungari goes P2. The other gentleman out of the Underdog Racing stable going to be this man right here, Jared Hagedorn in the number 2. Jared Hagedorn, one of those super speedway specialists coming out here to play on a Wednesday night midweek racing with Salt Flat IROC Series, as he's trying to see if he can get himself into a good starting spot here with the number 2 machine. He's got it hummed up right now, traveling down the backstretch here at 140 miles an hour all by himself. Look to see that kind of increase once we get the guys in the big pack here. It looks like right around 24 drivers entered into the lobby here for tonight's race. A couple guys like, I believe, the 000 of Tim Smith not being able to qualify here, has to serve a penalty on the initial start. His penalty will be an end-of-line starting position for himself. Jared Hagedorn, though, he is going to get one timed lap in here, and he's going to cross the line here with 10 seconds to go in qualifying. He's going to slot himself 20th because the second lap would be quicker for Jared. But right now, that's going to be the only lap Jared Hagedorn is going to be able to put in here in the number 2 machine. So as there it is, the checkered flags wave. Cody Levitt going to lead us to green flag here once we get there. So Cody Levitt snagging the pole here from Auto Club. I saw a couple other names towards the front of it that is going to make it interesting here tonight. So just waiting a couple seconds here to let these gentlemen start to grid before we walk you through your starting lineup here tonight. As there you see your IROC starting to grid here tonight. Tonight's starting lineup is going to be brought to you by Sim Necessities Button Box over on Facebook. Head on over there and get yourself a button box made by Sim Necessities. Cody Levitt, though, as we talked about, taking the pole here from Auto Club. He's going to start P1 right alongside him. Going to be the 00 of Doug Ungari. Starting in your third position and having the best qualifying run of his IROC career, going to be the number 40 of Josiah Millen, and right alongside him, the wing sprint car asphalt racer of Jeff Bergner. Behind them, going to be 2 drivers residing out of the Northeast here, the number 4 of New Jersey native Matt Grobelny, and Maryland's finest, the 82 of Nicholas Beaver. Starting in your 7th position, going to be the 09 here of JP Brennan. Good to see JP back in the saddle here tonight, and in your 8th spot, going to be Donald Bennett. 9th, going to go to Vols Nation 985 driver Jason Racing Dobbs Griffith there. And right alongside him, the bridesmaid himself, Hunter Conley. Starting 11th, though, going to be the 62 here of Colton Farrow. Right alongside him, the rookie, the 01 of Josh Taylor. Behind them, going to be Danny Valens over the wall. And starting 14th, going to be one of the rookies. Out of the Carmen Racing stable, going to be the 19 of Skip Carmen. The 88 last year's champion, Jamie Leach, going to roll off 15th. 16th starting spot, going to be the number 30 of David Carmen. The 99 of Daryl Clauder going to start 17th. Orlando Rivera is going to start the 54 in 18th spot here tonight. Patrick Smith going to roll off 19th. Jared Hagedorn 20th. 21st going to be Michael Whitaker out of New Jersey, starting 21st there. Timmy Valenzuela in the 05 going to roll off 22nd. 23rd going to be the 000 of Timothy Smith, and right alongside him going to be the 25 of David Worrell. That's your starting lineup here for tonight's race, and I believe we might have had something happen back there to the number 4, the 21 of Jeff Bergner, who was scheduled to roll off in your 4th starting spot, but it looks like Jeff Bergner having a little bit of issues, and he's going to have to tag the rear of the field if he's able to get it all sorted out. Everybody else trying to get that outside lane caught up before we go green flag racing here. It looks like we're going to be able to funnel most of them in here. We might have to delay it just a bit. We'll see how it plays out here on the initial drop of the green. As they work their way off turn number 4, flagman going to have the green flag in the air here. And why not, boys? Jason Racing Dobbs told me to say it. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go IROC racing here from Auto Club. And you see them all trying to get themselves up to speed here on your initial start. Drop of the green flag here from Auto Club. Doug Ungari going to take the early lead as they go down into turn number 1 for the first time, but you got him almost 3 wide towards the back of the pack. Ungari's got a great start here on the initial drop of the green. See him all down the backstretch out in the big snake going down. Matt Grobelny, the only driver stuck to the outside here at the front of the field. As there you see Cody Levitt looking to take Josiah Millen with him through the middle. Is Millen going to follow? Looks like Levitt's going to fall back in line. They're going to hang Matt Grobelny still out to the outside. Doug Ungari holding down the bottom. Doesn't want to give up the lap or the lead. He's going to lead lap number 1. But now here comes Cody Levitt to the outside. He'll jump up in front of Matt Grobelny as they enter turn 1. 2 by 2 for your first 2 rows. So Ungari to the inside, Levitt on the outside. Josiah Millen's got the inside. They're being pushed by the 82 there of Bieber. Right now, inside, it looks like everybody has taken the green flag here except for 2 gentlemen here tonight. David Worrell, who is having computer issues, and the 21 of also a Jeff Bergner. Something gone awry on Jeff Bergner, and looks like he is right now not on the track. At the front here, looking to take it 3 wide. Here comes Josiah Millen to the inside. He had a great run off turn number 4. Not able, though, to clear or get to the door there on the 00 of Doug Ungari. So Ungari going to lead that lap. So 2 laps in the book here, working lap number 3. We've had 2 different leaders already on the 2 laps. Levitt leading 1 and Ungari going to lead 1. Now we got some more takers to the outside lane. Looks like the 985 of racing Jason Dobbs. Look at them. They are formed up all the way back through 2 by 2 by 2. Tagging the end of the longest line here right now going to be Patrick Smith as he holds on to the draft just barely out back. 3 wide racing right around the 12th position. That was J.P. Brennan, or sorry, that is actually Skip Carmen to the inside there with Donald Bennett. And then that's Danny Valenzuela. Those 3 battling it out for your 11th, 12th, and 13th position right now on track as they sort that out. Donald Bennett's going to go to the inside there, leaving Danny Valenzuela on the outside. Skip Carmen backed it off. He said it's way too early for that 3 wide nonsense. We're going to tuck back 2 by 2. 2 by 2 throughout. Your top 14, 15 drivers are side by side racing here. That's what this series brings you. Side-by-side action for every lap. It's non-stop, and at the front of it, it's still Doug Ungari and Cody Levitt out front. So far, the fastest lap of the race was put up by the number 2 of Jared Hagerdor, and Jared runs back in the 16th spot right now, just right in front of the 000 of Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith having to take that EOL here on the initial start of this event. And it's a long one. Still got 70 laps to go here from Auto Club, and right now Tim Smith is shown right now in the 17th spot. The crazy thing about taking an EOL here in the IROC series is it doesn't matter. It's almost played like a super speedway. If you're just able to stay in the draft here, you're going to be all right. And look at that 3 wide racing at the front of this one once again. Hunter Conley, the bridesmaid, shown right now in the middle of the sucker hole as Jason Dobbs going to go around him on the outside, or try to. Or actually, Conley's probably looking like he's in a little bit better shape because out there on the outside with Dobbs, nobody's out there, and he's going to get passed up here by the bridesmaid. The bridesmaid's now going to move the 7 car into the 7th running position. At the line, though, it looks like here comes the outside lane, but not going to be able to get there in time. It's still going to be... Doug Ungari. So Ungari leads that inside lane. It seems to be the quick way around right now. 2 gentlemen that are off the pace just a little bit. That's going to be the 05 there, that pink machine in the back. That's Timmy Valenzuela. And the man that is outside of him, that's Patrick Smith. Those guys right now are about 2 seconds behind the last place guy who's in the draft, and that's Michael Whitaker. Michael Whitaker hanging on to the back of the field here. Everybody else still side-by-side action. Let's see at the line who's going to have what. At the line, give it to Doug Ungari, once again nosing out the 38 of Cody Levitt. So it's Doug Ungari, Cody Levitt, Josiah Millen, Matt Grobelny, Nicholas Bieber right now rounding out the top 5. Hunter Conley is now 6th with Jason Dodd still trying to make that outside lane go as he sits in the 7th spot. And it's going to be J.P. Brennan, Josh Taylor, and Donald Bennett that round out the top 10 as you see him rolling down the backstretch, still snaking 2 by 2. they come off the corner once again. Let's see who's going to be able to hold down the line here. Josiah Millen giving a great push there to the back bumper of the 00. There you saw it. Ungori going to lead another lap. Every other lap, it just about seems like it's either Cody Levitt to the outside or Doug Ungori on the inside, as here comes Donald Bennett in the 31. Bennett right there in the orange, number 31, making a move to the inside there on his teammate of Dobbs, so he's going to go around him. He's going to bring Colton Farrell along with him. So now just think about that. Just a couple laps ago, the 985 driver of Jason Dobbs, we were talking about him being up inside the top 5, and just like that, in a blink of an eye, being stuck to the outside, it moves him all the way back outside the top 10, right now running in your 13th spot. Hey, you talk about 3 wide at the front of the field. How about back here? Here goes Orlando Romero as he slides up the track. He was just 3 wide with Jamie Leach and Michael Whitaker trying to take over. I believe that would have been the 17th spot if he would have been able to hold it down on the bottom, but he ended up sliding up there in that dark blue car. There he is. Or sorry, that's Orlando in the light blue. Talking about Michael Whitaker, who was also involved in that battle in the dark blue machine. So on lap number 9, it's been green flag racing. It looks like clean racing by all the drivers out there. And I do believe I do now see the number 21 of Jeff Bergner, who was scheduled to start in your 4th spot, all the way back in your 23rd spot now, 4 laps down. The only driver on the track that is listed as any laps down. But Jeff Bergner is out there, and if it plays into his favor, maybe we can get some caution flags. As, oh, there could be a possible change for the lead here. Ungari going to the sucker hole. Here comes Josiah Millen with a big run from the 82, pushing his back bumper. 3 wide racing here at Auto Club on the front stretch. 3 wide racing, and it's going to go 3 wide for your first 2 rows. Cody Levitt to the outside, Doug Ungari in the middle. How about Millen? Sideways, Millen on the apron. Josiah Millen got pushed by the 82 down below the white line, entering turn number 1. He's going to lose a bunch of positions. Millen going to go from the lead all the way outside the top 15, and he's still down there below the yellow line. So Millen trying to find a feet. Oh, 4 wide racing as Millen tries to find his way back up. It's Nicholas Beaver, Hunter Conley, Doug Ungari, Cody Levitt all the way up against the wall. Big wiggles throughout. 4 wide, almost 5 wide racing back there. Almost 5 wide racing mid-pack as everybody kind of got jumbled up there. Doug Ungari dropping spots. Cody Levitt dropping spots. Nicholas Beaver to the lead out of all this. Look at the racing here from Auto Club. They're going to go 4 wide once again towards the back. Donald Bennett looking like he was going to split the underdog racing team. He ducked back in line, though. Let Doug Ungari have the position. Look at him. They are still 4 wide because here comes Danny Valenzuela to the inside there on Donald Bennett. They're going to go 4 wide down the backstretch. Valenzuela to the inside. Bennett in the middle. And then it's Ungari. Now Ungari follows back. He's going to file in behind the 31 as they go down the backstretch. Never a dull moment here. Doug Ungari still up the track here trying to find the handling on the 00 machine. Did he use his tires up here as he ran the bottom real hard? There you see it. He was being pushed there by Cody Levitt. Those two were out front 2 laps ago. Now they're towards the back of the field. The bridesmaid going to lead that one. Hunter Conley to the lead. Conley to the lead, being pushed by his teammate, the number 4 there on Macro Belney. So they got the 2 green cars lined up nose to tail on the outside. As we talk about them, let's give an update here on Tim Smith. You see the pink posse 000 of Tim Smith there on the outside lane, 4th car to the outside. He started dead last on the field tonight, shotgun to the field. He's worked his way up now, slowly but surely, as he runs in that 7th position, trying to look to the outside here in turn 3 on the 62 here at Colton Farrow. Doesn't look like it's going to stick there for the 000 as Jason Dobbs going to go to the inside on him, and he's going to bring along Jared Hagedorn. At the line this time by Hunter Conley, going to have the run to the outside, so he's going to lead a lap here. 4 leaders here from Auto Club in the first 13 laps of the event here tonight. Still 3 wide there with Jason Dobbs in the middle, Doug Ungari to the inside, and Tim Smith stuck on the outside in the pink posse 000. He's now shown in your 9th position. That's what happens when you see him get stuck on the outside. Any driver right now stuck on the outside lane there in your 3rd lane. seems to be going straight backwards. Big move by Tim Smith. He goes to the inside. He saw a little bit of room there in front of the two of Jared Hagedorn there in that tan car, and he took it. Now Hagedorn going to have to decide, is he going to follow Tim Smith or is he going to go to the outside? He goes to the outside. That's going to force the McMullen machine, the number 40 orange car, white rims, to the outside. Right now, Tim Smith from the inside back to the outside at the line that time. Give it to Nicholas Bieber in the 82 there. Driver out of the Beast Racing stable running solo here tonight as Clarence Bonner got stuck at work just a little bit longer tonight, so he's all by himself. No teammates, no help, and he finds himself out front. Here comes J.P. Brennan. J.P. Brennan going to throw the purple car there with the green rims to the inside. Hey, he didn't have quite the run that he thought coming off the corner. He's going to have to file back in line behind Nicholas Bieber. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a race we have here for the Salt Flat IROC Series here tonight from Auto Club. They are putting on one heck of a show. Look at them as they are still 2x2, and they're just racing. The top 20 drivers are sitting here inside this draft with Darrell Clauder hanging on to the tail end. That blue car, the aqua car at the tail end of the field here, hanging on to the draft. And they're still running. They were running side by side there for a while. Patrick Smith and Timmy Valenzuela. They're battling back here for 21st and 22nd position. So they're battling all throughout the field. Let's check back out front here, though, because J.P. Brennan really wants to go to the lead. He's going to take Nicholas Bieber down the front, or down the back, almost 4 wide. Look at that as Macro Bellany left the back bumper of the 7. That's going to push Hunter Conley high as here comes J.P. Brennan to the lead here on lap number 15. As J.P. Brennan comes to the lead, can he hang on to it? Look at that, they're 4 wide. Dobbs to the inside. That is Josh Taylor in the maroon car behind him as J.P. Brennan going to come to the stripe here and lead his first ever laps under green flag conditions in your IROC series. J.P. Brennan to the front, and they're still 3 wide behind him. 3 wide racing Nicholas Bieber with a little bit of a slip there in turn number 1. That's going to force Macro Bellany even higher. Actually, that's Hunter Conley. Conley being forced high. So J.P. Brennan leading the way, but look at Vols Nation came through the field like a cannonball as now he runs to the outside here in turn 3 on J.P. Brennan. As there are still 3 wide back here. That's Danny Valenzuela to the inside in that hot pink machine with the neon yellow rims. He sits inside of, that's the 4 of Macro Bellany, and then Hunter Conley. That's all battling from 6th place on back. At the line, still going to be J.P. Brennan. Notches his name in the book for 2 laps. 16 laps in the book, and look at him, still 3 wide back here. That's Millen pushing, it looks like Millen's pushing Danny Valenzuela on the inside. Here comes Tim Smith. He was trying to take a peek to the inside of Millen to try and work his way back into the top 10. Big wiggle out of the 40 down the backstretch. As there are still 3 wide. Skip Carmen has the purple car, the darker purple car there in front of Danny Valenzuela up inside your top 5 as he goes door to door with Nicholas Bieber off turn 4. Danny Valenzuela off the pace to the inside. Here comes Danny Valenzuela down pit road. Unscheduled stop for Danny Valenzuela. Almost hits the pit wall as he threw the 04 down pit lane. Unscheduled stop here for Danny Valenzuela on lap number 18. It's getting around that time that we're possibly going to be seeing guys duck down pit road, but that might have been just a little bit early on Danny Valenzuela's part. But new leader out there going to be the 985 racing Jason Dobbs takes it to the front. So as Dobbs takes it to the front, he's going to duck down and block the run that J.P. Brennan was going to have coming down the backstretch. So put Jason Dobbs out front as their single file for your first 2 positions. Then after that, and there it goes. Look at somebody up the track there. I believe that's going to be Conley's up the track. That's going to allow Orlando Rivera to duck under him. Orlando Rivera finally inside the top 10. Driver out of Puerto Rico here in the 54. Blue car. It's going to be the 3rd blue car in line on the outside. Dobbs going to lead lap number 18 here. So your first 3 cars are now single filed out. I'm sure a lot of these guys are starting to wheel and deal and make deals to see who's going to pit when are you coming down? Can I come with you? The draft does play a crucial factor here. If we can get the green flag pit stops, it'll be the first green flag pit stops we've seen all season here with the IROC series. And what better of a place would you want to do it than, well, right here in sunny California. Nicholas Beaver with a big slide off the bottom. Nicholas Beaver going to slide up into Orlando Rivera just about, and here it comes. Green flag pit stops are underway. Green flag pit stops underway as a lot of guys electing to come down pit road here. It actually looks like a lot of the field on lap 19, led by Jason Dobbs coming down pit road. Just taking a peek, it looks like Josh Taylor, Jason Dobbs, J.P. Brennan, Nicholas Beaver, Josiah Millen, Skip Carmen, Tim Smith, David Carmen, Jamie Leach, Cody Levitt, Donald Bennett, you name it, they're all down pit road. That's going to leave 7 drivers still out here. That's going to be Orlando Rivera in the 54, Hunter Conley, Matt Grobelny, Colton Farrell, Michael Whitaker, Darrell Clotter, and Patrick Smith still out here on track. There you see a couple drivers down pit road still. A side-by-side for the lead. The bridesmaid isn't giving up. It doesn't think the bridesmaid's coming down pit road this time by. A couple of them off the throttle, though, are coming down. Here comes Orlando Rivera and the 62 of Colton Farrell, along with Michael Whitaker. Darrell Clotter also down pit road with Patrick Smith. So then there was 2, and that's going to be the 2 teammates from Hunter Conley and Matt Grobelny as they stay out here. So green flag pit stops officially underway, and it takes a long time. Just think about this. The guys who pitted first, they are still sitting here on pit road. That's how long it takes. They've been sitting there for a minute. A minute on pit road, a minute and 15, a minute and 20, as now you see drivers finally starting to file out. First one out of pit road going to be Jason Dobbs. 4 fresh tires for Dobbs and a full tank of fuel. He'll be the first one to come out of pit road, but Hunter Conley, Matt Grobelny still out here pacing the field on lap 21, trying to stretch it as far as they can. I believe I hear a little bit of sputter out of both cars. Here they come down pit road. Grobelny way off the pace coming off turn number 4. So they're going to hand over the lead. Let's see where they're going to file out. They come down pit road here on lap 21. Lap 21. Conley and Grobelny come down pit road, and when it all cycles through, it might be 2 teammates at the front of this one. Right now, Jason Dobbs led Josiah Millen off pit road with J.P. Brennan in tow. 3-car breakaway, and then it's a huge gap back to these guys. Skip Carmen, David Carmen, Cody Levitt, Danny Valenzuela, and Timmy Valenzuela all back here. That is from 11th through 15th, and then there's a little bit of a gap all the way back through. We're going to have to see how that plays out. You see a couple guys coming off pit road. That's Orlando Rivera and Michael Whitaker. They had their service done to their 2 machines, and they're trying to get back up to full song and dance. It's still showing Matt Grobelny, Hunter Conley as your leaders, but they are sitting on pit road. They're only 1 minute into their pit stop. They're going to have to go a little bit longer than most of these guys as they burn more fuel, so it's going to take longer for them to fuel their vehicles here. Your leaders are coming off turn number 4 right now. Hunter Conley, Matt Grobelny still sitting in pit road. Hunter Conley is starting to move now. He's finally out of his pit box after a minute plus. Right now, a minute and 30 for both of those drivers just about. Here comes your leaders right now. Dobbs, Millen, and Brennan. There they go, right past Hunter Conley, Matt Grobelny. So those are going to be your 3 leaders here on lap 22 after a green flag cycle. You saw the entire field behind them, though. Look at the swarm back here. These guys took a little bit longer on pit road, and they are in the hornet's nest. They have to run down those 3 drivers out front here tonight. Not quite halfway. Still 54 laps here to go out of the 75. So mark that down in the books. As Hunter Conley and Matt Grobelny are going to go from leading the event, being the last ones to come down pit road. Now they find themselves back there. The 2 green cars that are nose to tail at 17th and 18th spot of Conley in front of Grobelny. 17th for Conley, 18th for Grobelny. Colton Farrow, that blue car that's just hanging on to the draft. Danny Valenzuela was your first driver down pit road 5 laps ago for these guys, and right now finds himself running 4th. So he went into the pits running about mid-pack, comes out running in 4th here when it all cycled through. He's being pushed by the 38 there, Cody Levitt, and then to the inside, going to be two teammates. Relation, possibly. I'll let you guys figure that out. It's Skip Carmen there in the 19 machine, and then it's David Carmen there in the number 30, and Orlando Rivera. Here comes Jamie Leach into the picture in the 88 machine. All those drivers are well known. Oh, one of the Valenzuelas into the wall. One of the Valenzuelas into the wall here on lap number 24. Timmy Valenzuela going for one heck of a ride. That's going to throw a curveball into the action here tonight. So Timmy Valenzuela, oh boy, it looks like the 82 of Nicholas Beaver down pit, or involved in this one. We're going to have to throw it back a little bit and see. Let's see what happened. Timmy Valenzuela up in front of the field. Oh, it looks like he was slower in the closing right on Nicholas Beaver. Those two get connected. Timmy goes for one heck of a ride, and then Nicholas Beaver tries to stay out of everybody's way, and he parks it into the front stretch wall himself. That is not how you want to go about things here, but let's take it back a little bit farther. Let's see if we can grab an onboard camera with Nicholas Beaver. Well, there you heard it. You heard the lift. Nicholas Beaver was kind of playing with the throttle there, trying to stay out of the door of Timmy Valenzuela. Unfortunately, gets into the back quarter panel. Got a little piece of Jared Hagerdorn also. But there was your Next Level Racing onboard camera there, brought to us by the 82 of Nicholas Beaver, who was involved in that. And it's going to be a long day, possibly, for Nicholas Beaver. It looks like, though, one driver going to stay out here under this first caution. That's going to be Danny Valenzuela, as everybody else is coming down pit road. It looks just about like. There's a couple other takers that stayed out, but most drivers down pit road. Cody Levitt has pit box number 1 here, but Danny stays out. Well, as these drivers are taking on their pit stops, let's see, maybe we can get a word in with one of the drivers who were out there tonight. Let's see if we can get a word in with Timmy Valenzuela. Timmy, you got a copy. It's Roger here in your Turn 3 booth.
Hey, Roger, how's it going?
Well, I think it might be doing a little bit better up here in the booth than it is down there in the driver's seat. Tell us what transpired there coming off turn number 4.
Yeah, you know, I've been having trouble with turn 4 all night tonight, and I think I got a little loose through there and came back down, and there was somebody there, and that put me back up in the wall and flipping through the air.
Yeah, it looked like you took a barrel roll, though, but you're down pit road right now. It looks like you're out of the car. Head may not be straight, but how's the car? How damaged is it? Will she be able to get back out there on track?
Yeah, definitely going to be able to get back out on track tonight, probably 20 laps down or so. It's got about 15 minutes of repairs, and so just kind of waiting that out, going back and looking at what I had going there.
Yeah, you had a pretty good run there in the first stage of the race. It looked like you were possibly off the pace just a little bit, but when the green flag pit stop started to cycle through, it looked like you were sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, you know, I thought I made up a lot of good space there with the pit times. Me and my teammate Danny came down pit lanes, and we kind of just, you know, hauled around the turns and made it happen. But unfortunately, I got caught up in that little wreck there.
Now, is that your teammate Danny, or is that your brother Danny that you were working with out there?
That is both. That is my brother and my teammate.
Well, there you heard it first from the man himself. He actually kind of just told us all they're brothers. Most brothers that I know usually don't tell the world that they are brothers out there, but hey, good for you. Hey, before we let you go, though, tell us about the Team McMullen sponsorship here with the Salt Flat IROC Series. Yeah,
definitely. Well, Team McMullen is the lending team that I work with. I work with some really talented loan officers here in California, and I'm a loan officer as well, so I just thought, you know, hey, I'd like to give back to a community that I'm a part of, and so I, you know, put my name on the back of a bumper, and hopefully, you know, it transpires to something. If anybody needs any home loans, please give me a call.
Well, there it is. That's Timmy Valenzuela. It looks like he's going to be a couple laps behind the 8-ball now as working this first caution flag. Well, Timmy, good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully you can get the 05 machine back out there on track.
Yeah, thanks, Roger.
Well, there you heard it from Timmy Valenzuela. Just caught up in a wreck there. It's going to be a long night, though, for that gentleman. But this guy finds himself out front. The 01 here of Josh Taylor. Looks like we got the one to go this time by. We're going to double him up, I believe. So we'll get back to green flag racing here from Auto Club in just a moment. Let's take you through your field as Josh Taylor is the only one that elected to stay out under this caution. So he's going to stay out there with a little bit older tires. Cody Levitt is second with Jamie Leach third. Colton Farrow is fourth. Michael Whitaker up into fifth. Jason Dobbs in sixth. Josiah Millen seventh. Skip Carmen is sitting there in your eighth spot right next to the teammate there of David Carmen. Sitting in your 10th position then going to be Orlando Rivera with Doug Ungari sitting 11th. Darrell Clauder running 12th. J.P. Brennan in 13th with Hunter Conley in 14th with Matt Grobelny 15th, and that rounds out your top 15 drivers. Well, we got to thank all you fans tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube page here tonight. If you like what you see by the Salt Flat IROC series, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. You want to see more Turn 3 racing leagues out here, hit the little bell, get a notification that anytime myself, Roger Muth, here in the booth goes live, or, well, along with some of my other great partners in crime over here, we have K.R. Stolfus broadcasting on Monday nights and Thursday nights here. You can catch him live on those nights. Or how about Chris Legou and Richard Hammond? You can find them up in the Hammond Hotel on Friday nights and Sunday nights. And, well, we also have Danny Valenzuela, one of the drivers here in the Salt Flat IROC series, on Monday nights, coming back with the Shut Up and Race guys coming soon here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But we're going to go green flag racing here. We're going to turn them loose back on lap 28 here. Josh Taylor going to lead us to green flag racing. And there is that pesky Mustang as it makes the left-hand turn onto pit road. And there it is. They are off and running. I know it doesn't look like they're going that fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's the herd of turtles, the Skittle-powered machines going down the front stretch. Everybody looks to be away pretty clean, as there you saw a big move from Jason Dobbs. He's going to tuck down in front of his teammate there, and that's going to put him in your sixth spot. Single file racing. Cody Levitt going to take the lead away from Josh Taylor down in turn one. So it's going to be Levitt, Taylor, then Farrow as they work down the backstretch. That's your top three. Jamie Leach runs fourth. Then it's Michael Whitaker, Jason Dobbs, Josiah Millen, Skip Carmen, David Carmen, and Doug Ungari. So single filed out here pretty quick as Cody Levitt trying to lead his first laps here tonight. I like Cody Levitt's led fourth. Michael Whitaker with a big slide up the track in the 707 machine. The blue car almost tagging the outside wall coming out of turn number 4. So right now we only have one driver who has not taken to the track here tonight. That's going to be David World in the 25 machine. Nicholas Beaver right now shown in your 23rd position. He's still in the lobby. It looks like getting a lot of repairs done to the 82 machine. Might be able to get back out there on track right now. He is 6 laps down. And then it's Timmy Valenzuela who runs 22nd. He's off the track right now, also getting repairs done to the 05 machine. As these guys still work down the backstretch, it's still Cody Levitt. And then it's Colton Farrow there in that aqua blue 62. Here comes Jamie Leach as he makes a move, and then it's 3 wide racing back here. Dobbs to the inside, Taylor in the middle, Whitaker on the outside. Big slide for Taylor as he has those older tires. He is just trying to hang on at this point. He's trying to hang on as he led a couple laps for himself. Now he just has to hope that the tires for everybody else goes away and they can equalize out. Here comes J.P. Brennan as he's ducking to the inside there on Orlando Rivera, but it doesn't look like he's going to have the apex into the corner there, so he's going to have to lift a little bit. He'll lose some positions. And here comes Tim Smith. He runs back to the 14th spot in the 000 Pink Posse team. Out front, it's still the same duo, so let's check back here because here comes Racing Jason. He's looking pretty racy tonight as he's looking to the inside here on Jamie Leach into turn number 3. So as Dobbs here goes to the inside on Leach, trying to bring along his teammate. So far tonight, these two, every time you look for an orange car, you see him nose to tail. That's Jason Dobbs in the 985, and then the number 40 of Josiah Millen, both orange cars to the front here. You can distinctly tell Dobbs and Millen apart because Dobbs has the orange chrome wheels, and then Millen has those white ones. So Dobbs makes the pass. Now Millen's trying to make the pass here. He has the inside advantage. Millen's going to clear him. It looks possibly off turn number 2. Jamie Leach might have a moment to slip down in front of his Ohio native friends here of Skip Carmen and David Carmen. both Carmens out of the Ohio region along with Jamie Leach. And Leach not giving up on the outside just yet as they're going to go 3 wide towards the mid-pack here. That's going to be Michael Whitaker to the outside, Doug Ungari in the middle, and that's Hunter, the bridesmaid, Conley sliding off the bottom, pushing Ungari up the track. 3 wide for your 10th spot. Michael Whitaker says, no, thank you, gentlemen. If you want to go 3 wide, you go 3 wide somewhere else as he backed out of it. So that'll give Hunter Conley the 9th position. Doug Ungari right now has the 10th spot. Michael Whitaker will fall back into your 11th running position. So Cody Levitt holds the way. Look at that. Jason Dobbs wiggled his way to the inside lane, pushed Colton Farrell up out of the groove just a little bit. Grayson Dobbs coming to the front. If you hear me say Racing Jason, Jason Dobbs, Jason Griffith, that man has a million different aliases, ladies and gentlemen. And every time we're going to talk about him, it's going to be something different. But something different's coming to the outside here. Colton Farrell really trying to bring an outside lane all by himself. Well, that outside lane doesn't have the momentum quite off turn number 4, but he's able to hold on to it as there. A single follow to his inside, so you got 4 cars nose to tail on the inside lane, and Colton Farrow still hanging strong on the outside by himself. That time by showing 43 laps to go here from Auto Club for the IROCs. Round number 4. As they come rolling down the backstretch, still on the outside, Colton Farrow is making it work. You look at them all throw it into the corner. It looks like they're all leaning on that right rear tire when they enter the corner. Oh, somebody is turning around towards the back there. Hunter Conley is spinning to the grass. Hunter Conley going for a spin here on lap 33. That's going to bring out the caution flag here. So Hunter Conley, who looked like he was trying to work his way through the field, and it looks like a caution flag going to wave here as he goes through the grass on the infield. Let's rewind it back. Let's go from over top here. Look at Hunter Conley as he is that green car to the outside there on the 19 there of Skip Carman. What happens? Oh, it looks like Conley comes down. I think Conley may have came down. Didn't know Skip Carman was sitting there in the 19 to the inside. And around goes the number 7 there of Hunter Conley. Let's take it back about 30 seconds and see if we can go on board with the 19 here of Skip Carman. There you see Skip Carman holding the inside lane down there on the white. It looks like, oh, he lifted even a little bit. He saw Hunter Conley coming down onto the right front of the 19 car. Oh, there was your onboard camera. You saw it looks like Hunter Conley trying to squeeze down into a position that just may not have been there. It's possibly why he might be called the bridesmaid himself. So it looks like, though, under this caution, everybody down pit road except for Jeff Bergner, who has to stay out there. So Cody Levitt leading Colton Farrow, Jason Dobbs, Josiah Millen, and Jamie Leach, your top 5 down pit road, along with the entire rest of the field. Cody Levitt hits that first pit stall as he qualified on the pole here tonight. Millen sitting right there, getting repaired or getting 4 tires and fuel done to the number 40 Keystone Motorsports machine. So nobody on your lead lap is going to stay out here, but that should give a wave around to the number 21 of Jeff Bergner. So he was 4 laps down of Jeff Bergner, and now he should be shown possibly actually 2 laps down because he got a wave around last time and a wave around this time. So Bergner, after having a terrible start tonight after a good qualifying run, just trying to get back on pace with everybody. Colton Farrow, they're going to lead him off pit road. It's Colton Farrow, Cody Levitt, Jason Dobbs, Josiah Millen, David Carman, Doug Ungari, Daddy Valenzuela, Orlando Rivera, Jamie Leach, and Timmy Smith rounding out the top 10 here after pit stops on lap 35. We're going to take a break here for a moment. We'll be right back with more Salt Flat IROC racing here from the Auto Club Speedway on your Turn 3 Racing Network.
flash. Three, two, one, now. All clear. Punch it. Great job. You did really well.
Welcome back to Auto Club Speedway here for the Salt Flat IROC series. As the lights on the pace car are out, we will go back green flag racing next time by, going to be led by the 62 of Colton Farrow. Right alongside him, going to be the 38 of Cody Levitt. Then it's two teammates out of the Keystone Motorsports stable, the number 985 of Dobbs Nation himself, with Josiah Millen next to him. Then it's going to be the number 30 of David Carmen and Doug Ongari, your next two positions. Then it's Danny Valenzuela and Orlando Rivera with Jamie Leach and Tim Smith pulling 9th and 10th. So we're going to go back green flag racing here on lap 38. That'll leave us with 38 more laps here at Auto Club tonight. And if the first 38 are anything to tell us what the next 38 are going to look like, ladies and gentlemen, we're all going to need one of these. Well, I got it here on the Salt Flat koozie. Don't worry, it's going to stay cold. So as we get prepared for the second half of the race here, we do still thank all of our supporters that have tuned in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch these famous IROCs turn laps. Who can take round 4? Can it be Colton Farrow as he leads us back to green here? And there it is. Green flag is waving. We're back racing here at the halfway marker, and Colton Farrow got one heck of a lead. As look at that. It looked like Josiah Millen was pushing Cody Levitt down the front stretch, and then all of a sudden that orange car with the white rim said, you know what? I'm going to go down here. I've pushed Jason Dobbs all day long. Maybe I can get in behind him, and we can go back to the front here to the point. But look at that. Cody Levitt doesn't have any stranger on the back bumper of the 38. He's got that 00 of Doug Ongari, and all of a sudden Ongari. Funny story about Doug Ongari here, quick as we come down the back stretch, as Colton Farrow still in the lead. Doug Ongari, the 00 there in the copper-looking car for Underdog Racing out of California. That driver used to drive on a single monitor, and all of a sudden he goes out and he buys himself a triple monitor setup, and this guy has turned a new leaf over the last couple weeks as he's been driving out of nowhere. It's almost like he went over and just flipped the switch, and all of a sudden now he's a front runner here week in and week out. But to lead a lap here, Colton Farrow going to lead the first lap back under green flag conditions, led by Jason Dobbs and Millen. As Levitt, who took the green flag running in second, now runs back right around your 5th position as they are 2 wide behind him with Doug Ongari and David Carmen. Levitt going to peek to the outside here to try to get around the 54 of Orlando Rivera, but he doesn't have any help. Maybe Levitt might be going to the back or just trying a different line as he really dives it down there on the outside. Really swoops from the outside down. So as we're still under green flag conditions, Colton Farrow leads that lap, but that outside lane is starting to roll now because Orlando Rivera has gone up there to get in front of Cody Levitt. As maybe Levitt doesn't want to be up there, he jumped right down in front of the number 30 there of David Carmen. How about the pink posse out there? 000, Timmy Smith. He runs inside the top 10 again, but after starting out back, he's been to the top 5, but he has not led a lap here in the first 40 laps of this event, which is kind of shocking because if you look through the winners this season, it's only been Pink Posse all season long. Daytona winner, that was Timmy Smith. Texas Motor Speedway winner, that was Skylar Brown. Last week's Myrtle Beach winner, Timmy Smith once again. So Smith and the Pink Posse have swept all 3 rounds here of the start of the season for the Salt Flat IROC boys, and right now he is yet to lead a lap. He has yet to lead a lap, but Colton Farrow, he's led a lap. How about Orlando Rivera? Orlando Rivera would like to put his name in the book, but Jason Dobbs would also like to get the lead back himself. He had an opening there on the inside, wasn't quite able to close there, or I guess find himself through the doorway as Colton Farrow closed the door on him. So here they come off turn numbers 3 and 4. For the 41st time, there is one driver that's back out there on track right in front of your leaders. That's going to be the 82 of Nicholas Bieber. He's out front, or he's not out front. Maybe he is, kind of, when you think about it. But if the pack is closing in on him, Nick Beaver back out on track after being 13 laps down. Oh, a big wiggle out of the 62 there of Colton Farrow as Jason Dobbs got into the back of him going down into turn number 1. As look at that, now we are 2 by 2 for your entire top 15 positions. So top 15 positions, take a blanket, throw it over them. As they are 3 wide actually back towards mid-pack. I believe that's the 2 teammates there out of midnight. Oh, look at this. A lot of 3 wide racing. 3 wide because of that lap car. Everybody kind of didn't know where to go as Timmy Valenzuela also bringing the 05 machine back out on track. So 3 wide racing throughout. We were about to call Midnight Racing. Those guys right there, that's the maroon machines. That's the 01 of Josh Taylor and the 21 of Jeff Bergner. They were 3 wide with Skip Carmen to the outside. And, and they all figured out who was going to go where. As we're almost 3 wide racing at the front of this one. Your 2 guys that are out front, Colton Farrow, Orlando Rivera. Dobbs still there on the inside there with his Keystone Motorsports teammate. We keep talking about those 2 Keystone Motorsports teammates. Those 2 guys have been working together better than anybody out there so far tonight. And it doesn't seem like you can separate either of those 2. So we're going to have to see how that plays out through your event here tonight. Well, since we're past the halfway point, ladies and gentlemen tuning in, who's your favorite driver? Who's going to win this one? Is it going to be Colton Farrow? Is he going to be able to hang on for a victory here at Auto Club? Or maybe Jason Dobbs and Millen are going to pull out a magical hat here and pull something out of that and snatch the win. Or maybe it might be the guy who's running all the way back in your 20th spot. Just hanging on to the tail end of the lead pack here, which is the only pack right now, which is the 20th place driver, the 79 of Patrick Smith. Maybe he can come from the back to the front. What about Michael Whitaker? Michael Whitaker, the 707 machine doesn't have... Whoa, talking about Whitaker, though, right in front of him. Look at the 4 wide racing. Jeff Bergner all the way to the outside. J.P. Brennan, and it's Hunter Conley. And then that looks like Donald Bennett as they're going to go 4 wide again. 4 wide again. Skip Carmen in the middle of this one. Danny Valenzuela is right in front of all them. So it's Skip, it's Hunter, it's JP, and then it was Smith. 4 wide racing. That's all the way from outside the top 10. Tim Smith, something happened to him in the 000 as he went from right outside the top 5, now battling to stay inside the top 15. So they are racing 3 wide towards the back of the field here tonight. 3 wide, 4 wide. We've even seen 5 wide here tonight. And whew, what a show it has been so far here from Auto Club. Look at them as they come through turn 3 and 4. At the start-finish line, let's take a look. Who's it going to be? At the line, it's a photo finish to me. Timing and scoring says Orlando Rivera going to lead a lap here. As Orlando Rivera got a great push that time off turn number 4. Wasn't able to drop down to the inside lane, though. He's going to have to stay on that outside lane, but he's got a great pusher there, the 38 of Cody Levitt. Look at them as they all fan out. Let's get our gopher camera through 3 and 4 this time. As they come back to the start-finish line, who's going to lead this lap? Is it going to be that outside lane there, the 54 of Orlando Rivera? Orlando Rivera going to lead another lap here at Auto Club. Just taking a peek through the timing leading in scoring, though. These guys are going to have to make another green flag pit stop here if we continue on the green flag conditions. 3 wide with Levitt to the outside, Conley through the middle, and Millen on the inside. So as they're 3 wide racing with Cody Levitt stuck on the outside right now, but he's got help from the underdog Racing 00. Conley trying to split the hole and go to the lead by himself. He's not going to have the room because Orlando Rivera is going to slam the door shut on him. So Orlando Rivera, though, slides high out of turn number 4. Now's Hunter Conley's chance if he can get around him. Doesn't look like it. Orlando Rivera is going to rebound nicely, but they go 3 wide back behind them. It's Dobbs to the inside, Conley in the middle with Levitt on the outside still. That looks like a lap car here, going to play into factor. No, as Timmy Valenzuela going to keep the 05 machine up high as all your leaders are going to work by him. Single file for your first 2 positions. Colton Farrow, Jason Dobbs. And then after that, then it's Conley who's still being pushed by the 38 now as Orlando Rivera has been moved to the outside lane. The outside lane tonight, we have not seen it work. We've seen the second groove work, but we have not seen the outside, the 3rd lane come into factor here. Here comes Josh Taylor. He's bringing the 01 machine back to the front, trying to get to the inside on Millen. Slamming doors on the front stretch. Slamming doors, that's for 5th as we're 4 wide. Taylor to the inside, Millen on the white line, Conley to the outside, and then it's Levitt on the outside lane. Intense racing here, and we still have over 25 laps in this event here to go. All your leaders here are on the same strategy except for one driver. Hunter Conley is off sequence by 2 laps, so he has the most fuel out of everybody out there on track and finds himself out front almost as he's on the outside lane pulling that one. Looks like the handling on the 38 may have gone away as he's starting to really slide it through the corners. You see him all the time slide up the track, and he's going to lose a bunch of positions. Levitt, just 4 laps ago, was towards the front of this field here on the outside lane, and he's still on the outside lane with no help, going backwards, now showing the 11th running position. And look at that 3 wide with Levitt to the outside again. Skip Carmen to the inside. Tim Smith in the middle, still trying to follow Danny Valenzuela. Valenzuela Motorsports, I believe the 04 machine was prepared over the wall here tonight, as he's now found it out on track, though, as he runs in your 8th spot. Cody Levitt still continuing to lose positions, but racing Jason Dobbs has now moved Colton Farrow off the inside lane as that puts Keystone Motorsports beating and banging between Millen and Farrow. Millen and Farrow were beating and banging as you see Millen all over the place in the number 40 car, swerving like he had a couple Jack and Cokes here tonight. But he's still going to be able to hold on to the back bumper. Ladies and gentlemen, they may make this racing look easy here with these IROCs out here on track, but I can certainly tell you it is one squirrely handful when you get a car tucked up underneath. When you're the pusher, you are... Oh, look at that! Farrow going to get turned by Conley into the outside wall. Colton Farrow gets turned out of the front of the field here, as I believe Jeff Bergner also got involved in there, and I heard Jeff Bergner's motor expire in the 21 machine, but Colton Farrow leading the outside charge, gonna get tagged and turned on lap 51, and I believe he's got a little bit of a toe issue on the number 62 machine, so we're gonna have to go back here on a replay. So let's check it out. Here's your replay. Let's go from the eye in the sky and see what happened. Hunter, the bridesmaid Conley, pushing the 62 down the backstretch. Looks like he's not squared up, and maybe the 62 comes down. That's not going to be the best angle for us here. As Farrow locked him up, it looks like Jeff Bergner just tried to squeeze his way through, but there was a little bit of room, but he locked it up and then lost control of the 21. Let's go back a little bit here and take a look at Colton Farrow. Let's go from a different angle if we can here. Let's zoom it in from our chopper cam here, a little bit of a drone that we have here. Yeah, it looks like possibly Colton Farrow making the move to come down just a little bit on the number 7, and that was a big mistake because it turned him around. But we're back under caution here on lap 52 here. Nobody has brought it down pit road, but we are at that pit window. They're going to pit here for fuel, and I don't believe this is the last stop they're going to have to make here tonight. So Dobbs going to lead Millen, Conley, Taylor, Rivera down pit road with the slew of the lead lap drivers. A couple of the drivers you see staying out there are lap down machines, except for the 99 of Darrell Clauder, who's going to stay out on track. He's going to take a lap lead here. So he'll take a lap for himself lead from coast to almost coast racing. Well, let's see if we can find one of our drivers out there on track that were involved in that incident. Let's see if we can get a word in with one of the drivers out there that were involved in that. Let's see if we can get a word in with the 62 of Colton Farrow. Colton, it's Roger here in your turn 3 booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Well, Colton, it's going pretty good here in the booth. Tell us about the racing out there and what just transpired.
Well, I got a little bump, and it just got me squirrely, so instead of, going down and taking out the whole field, I decided to push my car up and hopefully not hit anybody.
Yeah, you started all the way back in the 11th position here tonight in that Aqua Coast to almost coast and car, and it looked like you really had a hot tune-up in the 62 tonight. Did you have a car that was capable of winning?
Oh, absolutely. Car's been running fantastic tonight. It, got me up to the front, through some wrecks, and, it had the mobility, but looks like, unfortunately, it won't anymore.
Yeah, with 25 laps to go here, it looks like you're sidelined with some damage. Are you going to be able to get back out there and still continue to turn laps, or is the car beaten banged too much that it's probably the end here?
I have about 7.5 minutes left to repairs, so it really depends on how the guys finish. I hope they finish under green, give you guys a good show.
Yeah, it's been a great show so far. Tell us about the 3-wide and even 4-wide racing we've seen out there. How intense is it out there tonight?
Well, it's just you're sweating bullets. Like, we came out to play this week, after being at a short track last week. I think everyone was sort of antsy to just get on that big track, and I was sweating bullets, and it's been fun,
It's been fun, and it's been fun up here in the booth. But hey, my friend, try and get the 62 machine a little bit fixed up and turn some more laps out there. Every lap you turn could be a position that you save yourself tonight, and you're going to need them going towards the championship here for the Salt Flat Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I think I'm out of the championship with 4 straight back of the pack finishes.
Well, there you heard it from Colton Farrow. It's going to be a long road to hoe for him from here on out, as he's got a lot of damage on the 62 machine, but he'll try and get back out there. Maybe we can sneak a word in with another driver that's still out there on track. Maybe we can get the bridesmaid himself. If I can find the bridesmaid, we'll pull the bridesmaid. Here it is, the bridesmaid himself. Let's see if we can get a word in with Hunter Conley. It's Roger here in the booth.
How's it going, Roger?
Well, we're doing pretty good out here, my friend. It looks like you're going to obtain the lead here with just over 20 laps to go. What's the strategy going forward?
Hope there's one more caution, and then just have an absolute shootout for the win.
Yeah, we're sitting here in the booth watching all this, transpire out there on track. I know we got the lights in the pace car here, so we'll be quick. Tell us about the racing, though.
Racing so far is really good. I found a line that really works for me. As you probably saw, I went from 20th to 3rd, battling for the lead. So I have a line that I know I like, so I'm just going to hope I can stick to it and hope I don't get spun out again.
Oh, there you heard it. Hunter Conley going to try and stick to his line and continue on the charge here as he's going to lead us back to green flag racing. Hunter Conley racing for those backwoods boys. That's Matt Grobelny and Hunter Conley. The New Jersey, Pennsylvania connection, if you will. But Conley going to lead us back to green flag racing here in just a moment. Going to go back racing with just 20 laps to go. and these guys might just be able to make it on fuel. They're right at that window, so it depends how much they've been saving out there. But when we go back to racing, it's going to be Hunter Conley, then it's going to be Josiah McMullen with Tim Smith, and then it's going to be, it looks like, that's going to be racing Jason Dobbs there in 4th, then David Carmen and Doug Ungari rounding out your 5th and 6th positions. Well, if you just tuned in, you definitely want to stay glued here, because with 20 laps to go, we're going to see some more full-wide racing, I bet you, here in the closing laps. The iRacing Mustang is down and off the track, and Hunter Conley's back to the loud pedal. 2 Pennsylvania boys leading us back to green. As you hear him, it takes a long time for these motors, these underpowered motors, to get back. Oh, big move there by Millen from the outside, way to the inside. They're going to single file for your first 4 positions, though. Hunter Conley got a great start there, but now look at the man who's in second. Once he gets to the front, ladies and gentlemen, he is one hard cookie to shake. Tim Smith now finds himself second. Millen is third with Dobbs 4th. Ungari in 5th, and David Carmen, finds himself running in your 6th spot. Down the backstretch, you see that bump there before they enter turn 3. You kind of can see the car jump up and down. Here they come off turn 4 for the first time under green flag conditions after that yellow. It's going to be Hunter Conley, Tim Smith, Josiah Millen, and Jason Dobbs, your top 4 back to the line first. As now it's 19 laps to go here from Auto Club Speedway. Hunter Conley, the bridesmaid, has never won an event here for your Salt Flat IROC Series, and he is going for gold here tonight. Can he bring it home for the Backwoods team? The Pennsylvania driver's only ever been a bridesmaid. Can he finally park the 7 in victory lane? Or how about Orlando Rivera? Puerto Rico Nation, stand up and shout, because here he comes on the outside, and he's got help from the Californian himself, Doug Ungari out of Northern California, trying to park the 00 in victory lane in his home state. It's the only time this year that Ungari is going to get the race in California, and he would really like a win. $18 more laps around the Auto Club Speedway. It's going to come down to it as look at Danny Valenzuela. He's got the 04 machine to the inside here on the 707 of Michael Whitaker, so that's pushing Michael Whitaker back another position. It's going to hang him on the outside, so Danny trying to come to the front here when it matters. We saw him off sequence from the drop of the green as he elected to be the first guy down pit road. Oh, look at that, 4 wide. Taylor to the inside. Carmen in the middle with Valenzuela, and Michael Whitaker way up against the wall running the Kyle Larson line, but he's not going to have any momentum up there. He lost it all when they all started pushing. As they pushed it, the big winner out of that one going to be Danny Valenzuela, I believe. Actually, JP Brennan snuck around in that whole little transpire there. Let's peek back out front because they are still side by side at the front of this field. It's Hunter Conley, Orlando Rivera as Conley loses the bottom. Conley up into the door there on the 54 of Orlando Rivera. That's going to open the door. Here comes the 000 of Tim Smith. Tim Smith trying to find his way to the front for the Pink Posse. They've won all 3 rounds so far this year. Why not round 4? They don't want to lose it as Smith going to be pushed to the lead by the number 40 of Millen. As they come off the corner, you see the 3 wide racing. That's Josh Taylor in the 01 having his best showing of the season. Contact between Conley and Millen. Conley going to shove Millen down. He was in the inside grass as they're 4 wide, then from 4th on back. So, and they're still going to be wide. Orlando losing the back end of the 54 a little bit. He lost the back end, but it kind of pointed him in the right direction. He's going to cross over Doug Ungari. They're going to go 3 wide back there for 5th still. As side by side at the front, Tim Smith to the inside. He has nobody pushing him, but how about the man to the outside, the number 40 of Millen being pushed after just being door slammed last time by. Now he's going to be pushed by his Pennsylvania posse buddy. That's going to put Hunter Conley there in second on the outside lane. Coming to see the 15 to go marker. Oh, contact between the 01 and the 7. That's going to push the 7 way up the track. You can tell that it's hot and slippy here in California tonight as these guys are starting to try and find the edge, and a couple of them just being, wiggling over it with the tip of their toes as they're making contact. But that just tells you how much control. Well, we talk about slipping, sliding, and control. And then you talk about how much, seat time that these drivers actually have. As there's a big bump that time by Conley to Millen. That's going to push Millen up the track a little bit. Conley's going to allow Millen to take the spot back. But look at that, more door slamming. 3 wide contact. Orlando Rivera was sideways, and so was Taylor on the inside. Right now, the nose goes to the 40 of Millen, but can he lead? We've had 28 lead changes here tonight from Auto Club. 28. At the line, will we see another one? Who's going to be out front? It's showing Millen out front as your leader, so Millen going to notch his name into the books here and lead a lap. Josiah Millen's been missing in action for about 3 weeks here for the IROC, 2 weeks for the IROC series, and right now he's has himself in contention for a win here. He's never won one of these races for the IROC series. As here comes Hunter Conley. He's going to throw his nose now. We're getting tongue-tied because of all the action that's going on track. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch. Millen to the outside, Conley through the middle. Tim Smith is holding the bottom. Millen could be the odd man out here this time into 3 and 4. See Conley really having to get out of the throttle so he doesn't push up the track into Millen. Millen holding a great line on the outside. 3 wide off turn number 4. Who's going to be the first one back to the line? You see them all wiggling at the line. Give it to the 7. Hunter Conley going to go to the front. Conley to the point, but we still have, it looks like 19 drivers all within, looks like we have 13 drivers all within a second yet of your leader, and there's still Millen hanging to the outside, just trying to hang on. Maybe he can get back to the inside where he needs to be. 13 more laps. It's coming down to the wire. As we've seen these guys 4 or 5 wide, we've seen him door bang 3 wide with sideways. Look at Orlando as he's tucked up right under Conley's back bumper there. JP Brennan, though, hanging right behind this group of guys as Millen's going to go high. He's going to wash out. He's going to go way up the track. Maybe he can catch a little draft off the lap down car here of Timmy Valenzuela as Timmy's going to stay high. Millen's going to go down. They're 4 wide momentarily at the line. That time by, give it to Hunter Conley. 31 lead changes. Look at that contact between Dobbs. That's Dobbs to the inside. Then it was Brennan in the middle. Contact with Brennan and Millen again. They're still leaning on each other in turn 1 and 2. As they lean on each other, coming off turn number 2. Still under green flag conditions. Oh boy, what's it going to come down to? Because right now Orlando Rivera is pushing the Dickens out of the number 7 of Conley. Conley going to leave Rivera. Conley going to jump down in front of Smith, but can he hold it down there? Millen going to go way high again in turn number 4. Going to lose some more momentum. Going to lose a couple more positions. Millen has been separated from his teammate of Dobbs, and now he is headed towards the back of the pack. At the line, it's still Hunter Conley, but Conley going to leave the inside lane open. Conley leaves the inside lane open. Tim Smith going to go back to the front. Big wiggle from Millen, who found himself trying to get back down to the bottom. He got down in front of Doug Ungari. Now Ungari's going to lose a bunch of positions. Millen going from the outside lane up against the wall all the way down against the white line. As it looks like with 11 laps to go, it's going to be pretty close on fuel if we don't get a caution, which we're hoping we don't. They might be running out on the final lap. The question is, who saved enough fuel? We've seen guys come down on lap 18 to start the pit cycle. I believe the last man that came down on lap 21, if I remember right. It was actually Hunter Conley and his teammate of Matt Grobelny, as I believe Grobelny came into the pits literally on fumes, sputtering. And at the line, though, getting the 10 to go marker, still going to be Hunter Conley. Hunter Conley, though, as he led that time by, gets put in the sucker hole. Orlando Rivera going to try and squeeze back in line, though. Orlando Rivera and Hunter Conley made contact, and then, well, oh, look at this. Look at that racing down the backstretch. Let's go over top. Look how close these guys are. Down the backstretch, 3 wide. JP Brennan stuck on the outside in the 09 machine with the green rims, the purple machine. Here comes Michael Whitaker, though. You see the 707 blue car to the inside lane. Oh, there's not much room there, but Dobbs is going to try and squeeze in. Dobbs is going to squeeze in there. Third car to the inside lane at the line. It looks like by the splitter going to be the 000 of Tim Smith. Look how close these guys are all battling, though. J.P. Brennan right to the back bumper of the 54 of Orlando Rivera. Look at them all. It's go time now at the front of this one. There's your leaders, Tim Smith, Hunter Conley, Orlando Rivera, still pushing the back bumper. I believe I heard a motor expire. I believe the 62 of Colton Farrow, who's back out on track. Motor has expired here. As you see him down to the inside, he is slow coming off turn number 4. He will get that car back to pit road. So we're going to see 8 laps to go this time at the line. Tim Smith still toting the inside. All 19. Oh, big wreck at the front. Orlando Rivera has been turned around. Orlando Rivera gets turned in front of the field. It's going to collect. Doug Ungari is involved. While Ungari is involved, I believe maybe possibly Jared Hagedorn also, but definitely Orlando Rivera, who is at the front of the field being turned around. He's going to have to tow. Let's take the replay right here. This is your replay with 8 laps to go at the front of the field. Orlando Rivera is the blue car there, the 54 machine. Oh, it looks like a big push out of the 985 of Dobbs and sent Rivera up the track. Or sent Josh Taylor up the track into Rivera. And that's going to spell disastrous for Orlando Rivera because that car is all sorts of tore up. So it's going to be an unfortunate end to Orlando Rivera's night. As now we were talking about fuel being the issue for a lot of these drivers. You might as well take that little note and throw it out the window because we're going to go back green flag racing with possibly 4 laps to go. And remember, guys, we do, though, fuel could still come back into play because we do have green-white checkers here with the Salt Flat IROC series, so we're going to have to stay tuned to see what happens. What happens with that? Sorry, just looking at a couple notes that were just coming through here. So that's going to throw the wrinkle into it all. Let's see, is anybody going to come down pit road, though, is going to be the next question. Does anybody feel like they're just not going to have enough fuel? As you see Conley pulling up next to the pace car, that pretty much signals to you that he's probably saving fuel. Tires, though, could come into a play here towards the end of this one. Let's see, any takers coming down pit road? Tim Smith fakes, but he doesn't come down. Nobody else is coming down. Looks like Danny Valenzuela going to be the first one down pit road. Valenzuela going to pull down pit road. Then it looks like he's going to bring a couple of the Underdog Racing teammates with him. So Danny Valenzuela going to pit here. Doug Ungari, and then the number 2 of Jared Hagedorn. So they were already towards mid to back of the field here, so they're not going to lose a ton of positions. But it's going to give them something that they're going to have to work for. Will they have enough laps? We're going to find out. Let's see, though, if we can get a word in with one of the drivers who had a really good run going. Unfortunately, towards the end of this one, not going to happen. Orlando Rivera, you got a copy. It's Roger here in the booth.
Yes, sir, Roger.
Well, Orlando, tell us about a disappointment. You can hear it in your voice already. You had a top 5 car definitely here tonight from Auto Club, but here in the closing laps involved in a wreck.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed, but, you know, I had a good run there. I was going good, but, you know, it happens, man.
Yeah, you had
just racing.
You had the fast hot rod out there. You led a handful of laps. Tell us, we've been talking to everybody, and the question of the day has been, tell us about the racing out there.
Oh, it's fierce, man. Everybody's just not giving an inch. You know, all the way through, all throttle down.
Not giving an inch, you say. We've seen 3 wide racing. We've actually, even at one point here tonight, seen 4 wide racing. How intense is that when you hear 5 wide?
Oh, we went 5 wide? Wow. Wow. You know, when I heard that we were going 3 wide, you know, I tried to keep it to the wall, you know, to keep it up. But, you know, it happens, man. It's just racing.
It's just racing. Well, my friend, how's the weather in Puerto Rico? It's hot here in the Northeast in the States.
Well, it's been hot down here. 95.
Well, 95 degrees. You can keep that down in Puerto Rico. But Orlando, tough break for you here from Auto Club. Hopefully you can rebound. We can catch you next week.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate it.
Well, there you heard it from Orlando Rivera. You could hear in his voice just the disappointment that he's not going to be in contention here for the win coming down towards the end of it. But that man that's out front is right there. That's Hunter Conley. Conley has himself out front. He's going to have his lane choice here when we go back green flag racing. The question is he going to take the inside or is he going to go to the outside? We've seen him pretty much on the outside lane here so far tonight, and that's going to be the question that we're going to have to watch. You see all these drivers, though. Take a peek at this. Let's see if we can get... Everybody is down below that white line, trying to take the shortest distance around it. So that's just telling you how close the fuel mileage is going to come down to here tonight. So with 5 to go, we're going to see 4 to go this time by. Let's see if the lights on the pace car are going to go out. If we're going to have a shootout here, or are we going to have to... we're just going to have to play it out and see what happens here. It looks like the lights on the pace car are out, so we're going back green flag racing with 3 laps to go. 3 laps to decide who's going to win this one. If we can make it back 3 laps under green, we'll finish this one in regulation. If not, we do have the 1 green-white checker here tonight from Auto Club. So once again, we do thank everybody for tuning in here on a Wednesday night. Your midweek release here with the Salt Flat IROC series right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. Once again, if you enjoy what these guys have in store with the old iRock-inspired theme and the racing, go ahead, hit the thumbs up. If not, go ahead, hit the bell to get more content every time that we go live here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. We have a slew of leagues that are broadcasted throughout the week. Sometimes we got 2 broadcasts a night right here by different people. K.R. Stolfus, Chris Lagoo, Richard Hammond, even Danny Valenzuela out of Utah has some internet out there that allows him to broadcast here on your Turn 3 Racing Network, or myself, Roger here from the Northeast. Well, as we're just waiting for that pace car to duck down onto pit road, and we're going back racing here with a 3-lap shootout. It's going to be Conley, Smith, Taylor, and Dobbs, your top 4. Then it's going to be J.P. Brennan and Michael Whitaker, your 5th and 6th spots. There it is. There's the Mustang in pit road, and Hunter Conley's going to hold us for a long time. Now he goes back green flag. Green flag in the air. 3 laps to go here from Auto Club. Can the bridesmaid hold on? We're about to find out, as it's a clean slate at the front of the field here. Conley got a good start, but so did the outside man there, the Pink Posse 000. Here comes Tim Smith. Tim Smith coming to the outside. He's got a fan behind him pushing him. That's going to be Racing Jason. It's a 4-car breakaway at the front. They got about a half-second lead over the pack. Then it's Michael Whitaker and J.P. Brennan bringing back the field to them. Down into the turn here. We're going to come off turn number 4. We're going to see 2 laps to go if we can get to the line here. Taylor's looking. He is trying and slide up Hunter Conley, but he's not going to have the time. He's not going to have the momentum. 2 laps to go here from Auto Club. 2 laps to go. It's still Hunter Conley, Tim Smith, Jason Dobbs, Josh Taylor. And then it's Michael Whitaker and J.P. Brennan. They are starting to come back to the field here on a charge. Doesn't look like Hunter Conley's able to hold the 7 down on the bottom as well as he was before. Off turn number 2, still side by side for the lead. Real close side drafting down the backstretch there by Timmy Smith to the inside on the number 7 of Hunter Conley. Jason Dobbs, though, right there. Looks like Conley's going to slide off turn 3. That's going to allow possibly the 0-1 of Josh Taylor to get there. No, Hunter Conley going to slam the door, and as they come, Cody Levitt into the outside wall coming off turn number 4. One more lap to go here. Can we get back to the line? Here comes Jason Dobbs, 3 wide at the line for the white flag. Conley to the inside, Dobbs on the outside, and then it's Smith running the high line. 1 lap to go here from Auto Club. Contact between Dobbs and Conley. That's going to make him, spin. Conley spinning off the front bumper of Taylor. That's going to hand the lead over Tim Smith. They're still trying to figure out what's going to happen back here. Conley spinning to the inside. With Conley spinning to the inside, there you see it as they come down the backstretch. Tim Smith has a lead. Can Jason Dobbs get there? Tim Smith trying to break the draft. So coming through 3 and 4, it looks like Tim Smith's going to be able to hold off the strong charge here from Jason Dobbs. Off turn number 4, checkered flag is in the air here from Auto Club. Who's going to be the first one back? Here it is. Tim Smith going to lead us across the start-finish line with Jason Dobbs in second. Michael Whitaker, JP Brennan, JP Brennan going to come home third. Heck of a run for JP Brennan. David Carmen's in 4th. Josiah Millen comes home 5th. Macro Belney 6th with Patrick Smith in 7th. Jamie Leach comes all the way home in the 8th spot. Danny Valenzuela taking the 4 tires late comes home 9th. Doug Ungari 10th. Skip Carmen in 11th with Cody Levitt in 12th. Jared Hagerdorn 13th. Daryl Clauder, though, sitting in 14th. Michael Whitaker 15th. Donald Bennett 16th right now. Hunter Conley leading all the way back to 17th. Josh Taylor 18th. Orlando Rivera 19th. Nicholas Bieber coming home there in your 20th spot. Colton Farrow 21st. Timmy Valenzuela 22nd. Jeff Bergner 23rd. And David Worrell rounding out the field. But your winner here tonight, that man, the 000 of Timmy Smith. So as Timmy Smith's going to burn him down, we're going to step away. We're going to get to your post-race interviews here with a handful of these drivers. Don't go anywhere. Let's hear what they say about that 3, 4, 5 wide racing. And we're back here from Auto Club with the Salt Flat IROC series. You just watched 75 laps of 3 wide, 4 wide, and at one point we even saw some 5 wide racing action. But your winner here tonight from Auto Club is going to be Tim Smith. And what a run that Pink Posse team has been on. But we'll talk to him in just a couple moments. We did catch up, though, with your third place machine here tonight. JP Brennan brings home the 09 in third. JP got a little damage on that left front. Where did that happen here tonight?
It actually happened on the back straightaway after the checkered flag. Somebody spun, and I wasn't very good at avoiding them.
But you weren't able to avoid them after the checkers, but it seemed like a really good run for you. I don't believe... As I lie, I was about to say I don't believe you led any laps, but you did lead 2 laps here tonight from Auto Club, which I think were your first green flag laps led with the Salt Flat IROC series. What about this track did you like here tonight that put the 09 up front?
Absolutely nothing. This isn't a very strong track for me. The fact that I was anywhere near the front was definitely a upturn for me.
Well, it's a good night all in all, my friend. You brought the 09 machine home third. I believe also, while I'm paging through the statistics here, this is your best finish ever through the 2 seasons that you've been here with the IROC series. And you still don't like the track?
No, I don't like this track at all.
Well, that maybe when he watches the replay, ladies and gentlemen, he'll change his mind. But JP Brennan, though, congratulations on bringing it home in your third position. Anybody you got to give a shout out for that third place finish?
Family, friends, and my girlfriend. That's about it.
Well, there you heard it. Not much of a talker. JP Brennan, though, doesn't have to do much talking. He let the racing here tonight do his talking as he comes home in your third position. Let's see if we can get a word in also with a fan favorite here for the Salt Flat IROC series. One of the guys who week in and week out is a strong charger, just not able to put it in victory lane yet, and not tonight. Jason Dobbs in the 985 for Vols Nation Keystone Motorsports. You came home second here tonight. What did you need to win this one?
So not let the 000 car get beside me? No, I don't know. I've done everything I could do and finished first loser.
Yeah, the first loser here tonight from Auto Club, but it was a good run for you and a good run for your team all in all, because you and Josiah Millen, did you guys come out and work in the week leading up to this with all the drafting that you two did? It looked like if they weren't going to be able to separate you, you two were probably the two duo that were going to win this one.
No, actually, me and Josiah hadn't talked to each other all week. I don't know what's going on there, but tonight we just hooked up as soon as the green flag waved, and we had something that worked, and that's what we stuck with.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you in that first half. So tell me about that green flag pit stops that you and your teammate made there in the first stint of the race. You guys, it was, if I remember right, it was you leading with Millen pushing you with JP Brennan behind you. Did you want to see it go green flag from there on out? Because I believe you guys were like 2 seconds out on the pack.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you're out here running around with 24 other idiots, it's always intense. And we just wanted to watch it go green, but unfortunately we got a yellow, so that's what happened.
And just so you know, I did just catch that Kyle Busch reference.
You know, I love Kyle Busch, and I have Kyle Busch's attitude, and I don't know. I don't like finishing second.
You don't like finishing second, but tonight, the 985 of Jason Dobbs is going to come home second. Jason, who you got to thank for your second place finish here tonight?
Tim Smith for running first, because if he would have been here, I might have won. But good job to Tim get that out of the way first. Keystone Motorsports, this is a heck of a team. We're coming a long way, and I think we got something for the other teams other than the Pink Posse. We got to figure them out to get their spot, but we'll get there.
Well, there you heard it from the Keystone Motorsports Vols Nation driver of Jason Racing Dobbs Griffith of the 985. He comes home in your second spot here tonight, not able to top the man who has won back-to-back races here now, and that's going to be the 000 of Timmy Smith for the Pink Posse. Tim, you had to start all the way out back here tonight and slowly make your way to the front. How did you weasel your way through all that chaos?
I don't even know, man. A lot of luck, to be honest with you. It was a really challenging track. You wouldn't think such a big place would be so hard to move around, but it was super tough to pass people, and just kind of kept my head down, tried to keep my nose clean, and was able to come out on top.
Yeah, you came out on top here, and as I look through the stats, it looks like it's been a Pink Posse sweep so far. You won Daytona. Your teammate is Skylar Brown, who's not with us this week. He'll be back in action, though, next week at Atlanta. Won from Texas, and then it was you last week at the short track at Myrtle Beach Speedway, and now at Auto Club, and all of these tracks have nothing in common. So how are you doing it?
I don't know, man. I wish I could give you an answer there. Just trying to race hard and race clean and stay out of trouble. That's the biggest thing is trying to read. 95% of the time when there's gonna be trouble in front of you, you can kind of see it coming from about a half a lap before. So just try and just be there at the end.
Yeah, being there at the end is always a crucial thing, and you seem to find yourself, especially this week, being there at the end of this one. I mean, without your teammate, though, how hard was it out there? You didn't look like you really had anybody that was committed to try and pushing you here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely rough being the lone wolf. I kind of played a little bit of pit strategy. I think it was the second round of pit stops. I dipped back in and refilled again, and I think that actually gave me enough on the next round to where it saved me enough time. I think I came out like 5th or something, which really helped because I was having a heck of a time trying to get to the front.
Yeah, but you did find your way to the front. Tell us about the outside lane. We saw you at one point after you worked your way from the 23rd position. You worked yourself up inside the top 5, and then it seemed like you got stuck on the outside lane. Is there no grip out there, or is just nobody willing to make a third lane outside?
Yeah, it's the third lane out there is just about impossible to drive with any sort of speed. The middle lane really worked if you were right in the guy's door and could kind of hold them up coming off the corner. Once I got actually I think I was 4 wide there, like on the last lap. I thought the race was pretty much over. There wasn't, I was gonna get passed by like 7 people, but luckily calamity ensued, and I was able to squeak through without hitting anything and pick up the dub.
Yeah, so with your 3rd win of the season, you're going to extend that points lead some more, and I'm not sure how the team points are going to work out for you here tonight. You might lose a little bit of ground, but you came in tonight with that lead also. But hey, how about we hear some of those shout-outs? We know you got a couple out there that help you out on the 000.
Definitely everybody that supports me doing this. WickedCushion.com, Wicked Energy Gum. All my teammates at Casey Kane Racing, and Skyler, even though he wasn't here this week, for being a usually pretty solid teammate, and everybody that puts this whole deal on, and you up in the booth, for sure. I appreciate it.
Well, there's Tim Smith. He's won 3 out of 4 rounds here for your Salt Flat IROC series, and I don't think he's going to stop anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. But before we step away here tonight, Tim Smith is your winner here from Auto Club. Racing Jason Dobbs is your 2nd place finisher, along with JP Brennan coming home in 3rd. Those are your top 3 contestants. Then it was 4th. Strong running show here by the rookie of David Carmen and Josiah Millen, who ran up inside the top 5 all night long, come home with a 5th place finish. Well, before we walk away, though, here, and next week will be Atlanta, so it's going to be a whole nother ball game next week from Atlanta, but we'll have to wait to next Wednesday night to see that one. Let's take a quick look here at the sponsors for your Salt Flat IROC series real quick. Next Level Racing. We talk about them week in and week out. Next Level Racing, your one-stop shop for all your sim rig needs. Team McMullen, your premier VA lender loan service here for the Salt Flat IROC series. Along with DLB Yankees 41. You can catch him as a Twitch streamer. Yankees 41, he is over there in-car camera every Wednesday night here with the IROC series. Sim Necessities, they got every sim necessity you need on the button box sides of things. Shock adjusters for you dirt track guys, brake bias for you asphalt guys. Head on over to Sim Necessities. The LFOD Motorsports groups, they got the cars just like what you see out here tonight. If you need a race car or you need a street car or you just need some work done, head on over to the LFOD Motorsports. Head out to a T Lawn Care. You need your front yard looking like a baseball field? Hit up to a T. They're put the Boston Red Sox logo in your front yard if you need it. Those are your sponsors here for your Salt Flat IROC series. And like I said, next week, though, we're going to leave sunny California here. We're going to head over to the hot and slippery Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's still going to be a 1.5-mile track, but it ain't going to drive anything like Auto Club. You're going to have to tune in next week for the first time the IROCs hit the Atlanta Motor Speedway right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network. So for myself, Roger Muth, right here in the booth, and everybody at your Turn 3 Racing Network and the Salt Flat IROC series, we will catch you next week.